You have the blessing of parentage. But, even with that blessing, you were both beaten by a monkey like me who can't even use cursed techniques. You want to live a long life, don't forget that.
How about it, Zenin?
I'm not a Zenin anymore. I took my wife's name. It's Fushiguro now. But sure, count me in on all the fun.
There are 47 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, not including Jujutsu Kaisen 0. 47 episodes, and Toji Fushiguro was in less than 10 of them. How does a character who was only alive for 4 episodes and technically only featured on screen for 7 create such a big impact? Toji has become like the modern day Baki in a lot of ways, with many people cosplaying as him online, and even more talking about how to get a physique like Toji. Toji is also a deadbeat dad.
How's Megumi doing?
Who's Megami?
A man that has no regard for human life, and the man who attempted to sell his son to the family that abused him his whole life. And yet, we all love him, and his impact can be felt everywhere in the anime community. Welcome to the library, a digital syllabus for champions. My name is Donnie, and today we will be dissecting the psychology, story, and mindset of Toji Fushiguro, the monkey who conquered gods. Anime reflects real life in a lot of ways. That's probably one of the many reasons why anime nowadays is more popular and making more money than Hollywood. One of the ways that anime reflects real life is through its power systems. Systems that are often based on genetics and natural talent. Much like how in real life, effort is important, but true talent and genetics usually trump hard work. Jujutsu Kaisen exemplifies this within its own power system. In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, negative emotion becomes energy that is known as cursed energy. When this energy compounds, it gives birth to cursed spirits. But since cursed spirits can be born, there are also people who have a lot of cursed energy within them and use it to fight these cursed spirits. These people are Jujutsu sorcerers. It's a pretty cool concept when you think about it. I mean, we all have cursed energy within us. We all feel negative emotions such as fear, anger, jealousy, and hopelessness. But Jujutsu sorcerers have stockpiles of this energy and use it to fight by mastering cursed techniques. However, since someone's cursed technique is something that they are born with, 80% of being a Jujutsu sorcerer is genetic. Very few even have the power to become sorcerers in the first place, and the few that do can only use their power to a certain limit. People that aren't sorcerers can't even see cursed spirits, so Jujutsu sorcerers are tasked with fighting off these spirits and defending humanity. Many families exist that have the genetics to produce sorcerers. These families stand at the top of sorcerer society and live like royalty. One of these families is the Zenin family, the one that Toji was born into. But even though Toji comes from one of the most powerful families in the entire show, he was born with absolutely no cursed energy.
He's fast, and not just that. I had a feeling there was something off about him. He has 0 cursed energy. He has a heavenly pact, giving him physical prowess.
Meaning he had no powers, no natural ones anyway. This caused him to be the black sheep of his family his entire life. It's also the reason why he has that scar on his face. When he was a kid, his family would throw him into a pit full of cursed spirits and leave him there. Since he had no cursed energy, he couldn't see any of them and would often be beaten up by the monsters, one of them slashing his face and leaving that scar. Because of this, Toji naturally developed a hatred for society and the Jujutsu world that rejected him and ostracized him simply because of how he was born. Toji is a type of character that we see in many anime, a character type I like to call the Forgotten One. This is a character who has no real talent or ability and is often a liability in a lot of ways, but through determination, they cancel out their fate and become something more. In Naruto, it was Rock Lee. In Attack on Titan, it was Eren. In Black Clover, it was Asta. And in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's Toji. However talentless Toji was, he was not without his gifts. Since he had no cursed energy, he was born with the Heavenly Pact, an ability which allowed him superhuman strength, speed, and senses. He had to train all of these abilities, however. But through rigorous training, he honed his skills and his senses to the point that he could also see cursed spirits. As a giant middle finger to the Sorcerer Society, Toji became an assassin. An assassin who, for the right fee, was hired to kill one type of target, Jujutsu sorcerers. Toji became known as the Sorcerer Killer. Oh, and I forgot to add that in addition to the super strength, speed, and senses, Toji cannot be sensed by other sorcerers. Since he has no cursed energy, you can't feel his presence, and he's practically invisible, unless he's standing right in front of you. As I said before, in order to choose his own path and spite his family, Toji became an assassin who almost exclusively killed sorcerers. He used his enhanced abilities, his genius strategies, and his cunning to outsmart and kill his targets. But the best example of this is the Hidden Inventory arc. A girl named Riko is a very special person with a unique ability.
I may appear to become Tengen through the assimilation, but by the same token, Tengen will also become me. It will be my will and my heart.
Because of this, many powerful organizations want her dead. Due to this, she is given protection from the two most powerful sorcerers in the land, Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto. Toji is hired to assassinate the girl for 30 million. However, Toji knows how powerful Gojo is and knows that he won't be able to beat him in a straight up fight, so he designs a plan to defeat Gojo and kill the girl. Gojo is the opposite of Toji. He was a sorcerer who was also born into a powerful family, the Gojo clan. However, he was born with two very powerful and very rare curse techniques, the Limitless technique and the Six Eyes. Very rarely is someone born with one of these, but having two is almost impossible. Gojo's technique allows him to basically create a force field around him, to where he can't be hit. He can also see and sense attacks extremely well. I know I'm not explaining the technique properly, but don't come for me in the comments. This video isn't about Gojo. Knowing these techniques very well, Toji creates a fake bounty on the girl Riko's head, which attracts many assassins. But there's a catch. Toji says that the bounty for her head is only available for a limited time. Because of this, dozens of assassins tried to kill Riko, and since Gojo and Geto are her bodyguards, they have to protect her 24/7 from constant attacks. Gojo ends up using his technique for over 24 hours and doesn't sleep for almost 2 days.
Satoru, you haven't released your technique since yesterday, have you? You haven't slept either, and you don't plan to sleep tonight, do you?
Once he's tired and thinks that the timer on the bounty is over, he lets his guard down and turns off his powers, finally taking a break. In that moment, Toji sneaks up on him and stabs him in the back.
Have we met before?
Yeah, we have, but don't worry about it. I'm terrible at remembering guys' names too.
They then proceed to have one of the best fights in the whole show. Toji uses his superior speed and heightened senses to fly around Gojo, looking for an opening. So, Gojo destroys the area that Toji was using for cover, but Toji was prepared for that. He gets an army of cursed spirits that are bugs to buzz around Gojo. Gojo is already tired and drained, but with these bugs buzzing around him, and the fact that he can't sense where Toji is, he is completely blind, and Toji slices him up.
Focus on defense with your technique.
Toji then kills Riko and makes easy work of beating Geto.
I think I'm getting my edge back now.
In the moment that Toji beat Geto, we saw the first glimmers of his pain.
You have the blessing of parentage, but even with that blessing, you were both beaten by a monkey like me who can't even use cursed techniques. You want to live a long life, don't forget that.
For someone who had been abused and told that he was worthless his whole life, Toji initially came off as a very carefree person. He was an assassin, but in his spare time he would bet on races and often lose. He wore simple clothes, usually dressed in either sweats and sandals or his battle gear. Both times he would be wearing black. He was an assassin, yes, but a professional. He did not take pride in his work or get an ego boost out of killing sorcerers, and he didn't fight unless he was getting paid. Normally, after assassinating Rico, Toji would take the body and disappear, but this time he actually stuck around to fight and beat Geto, when he honestly didn't have to. Thereafter, he kicks Geto in the face and says, "You have the blessing of parentage, but even with that blessing, you were both beaten by a monkey like me, who can't even use cursed techniques."
You have the blessing of parentage, but even with that blessing, you were both beaten by a monkey like me who can't even use cursed techniques. You want to live a long life, don't forget that.
The duality of Gojo and Toji is that they are polar opposites. Gojo was born with all the power in the world. Everyone respected him, admired him, or feared him. He was like a walking miracle, and the pride of his family and the Jujutsu world. His whole life, he's been the best and most powerful person around. He even surpassed all of his teachers in only his second year of high school.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Whereas Toji is the direct opposite, born with no natural talent. Despite the abilities of the Heavenly Pact, Toji was treated like less than nothing. Nobody respected him. Nobody cared about him. Nobody even noticed him. Nicknamed the Invisible Man and called a ghost because of his ability to hide his presence, Gojo, however, was the only person who ever noticed Toji in his presence.
Never before or after that had anyone ever noticed me.
This duality is why Toji takes so much pride in defeating Gojo and Geto. The Forgotten One defeats the Honored One. The talentless conquers the talented. Gojo represents everything that Toji hates in the world. Arrogant, self-righteous sorcerers who feel like they can do whatever they want due to their power. A power which they did not earn or cultivate, but one with which they were born with. It's like the poor kid who never had anything given to him, going up against the rich kid from the suburbs in a sports match. That poor kid is going to have anger and resentment from his childhood, and the rich kid represents everything he wishes he had. So when he sees him on that sports field, he's going to demolish him. Another example is the ugly kid making more money than the pretty boy. Since he never got any type of female attention and the pretty boy got it all without even trying, the ugly kid will have anger towards him and towards attractive men in general. So he'll make a shameless amount of money and ensure that the pretty boy always feels a little self-conscious around him. This hatred that Toji has for the talented such as Gojo and Geto is what ultimately leads to his downfall. Toji's mindset stems from this core pain, the pain of being neglected and rejected by the world. I think the reason why he's so popular, however, is that instead of trying to prove himself and his worth, he instead chose to turn his back on the sorcerer world entirely and become the very thing that sorcerers fear. Other characters that fit the role of the Forgotten One often spend their lives trying to prove to the world that they should be accepted and respected too. Rock Lee worked hard to prove that he could be a splendid ninja too. Eren wanted to be as strong as Levi and Mikasa, and Asta wanted to be the Wizard King, despite not being able to use magic. Hell, even Naruto falls into this category to an extent, since his life goal of becoming Hokage was something he wanted so that the people of the Leaf Village would respect him. Toji, however, does the opposite of this. He doesn't pander to the sorcerer elites or try to earn anyone's approval. He instead stops caring completely. Toji Fushiguro is the Tyler Durden of anime, a figure that does what he wants because he wants to do it, and isn't bound to the societal standards and expectations placed upon it. If the world hates him for being born, then it's screw the world. Screw the world and all of its opinions. His only weakness was his hatred for the talented, the honored ones. This is why when Gojo healed himself and challenged Toji to a rematch, Toji fought him head on. Normally, Toji would never do something so reckless. He would escape and fight Gojo another way, or simply disappear since nobody is paying him to fight Gojo. But his ego got the better of him. He needed to show this arrogant sorcerer that he was not so special. He needed to put him in his place, and that led to his death. While he was dying, he reflected on all of this and seemed to find some sort of peace in the end.
He was probably the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer of the modern age. I wanted to reject him. I wanted to bring him to his knees. I wanted to take down the pinnacle of the Jujutsu world and the Zenin clan that rejected me.
Thank you for watching. I'm really trying to hit 500 subs this month, and most of you aren't subscribed that watch my videos, so please, subscribe for new content every week.
I've twisted myself into knots for so long, all to try justifying my life. But that was the moment I truly lost.